Hey guys, Jamie here. Just doing a little post-edit intro. I want to apologize because on this video, the wildlife seems to be very vocal in this video. I hope that's not a big issue. I am filming in the garage, but I did lose my east wall, so yeah, we got a tree right there. So yeah, birds and bugs, and they're a little active. But anyway, hope y'all enjoy. Hey guys, Jamie here from Real Steel. Today's project, it's going to be a little something different. Those of you that have been watching my videos may recognize this mill right here. This came out of my four-wheel drive. Now I thought it was a good engine, so I was going to trade it to my buddy to put in the truck he got from me. Well, come to find out, it's not such a good engine. So today, we're going to tear into this thing and see how bad it really is. So let's get started. All right, now I went ahead and put a timing chain and stuff in this thing, but when I got done, I realized it wasn't the timing chain that made noise. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear this, but let me show you what I mean. Hear that noise? That's not just my breaker bar having a little bit of slack on the crank bolt. There is something going on in that lower end. I think Uncle Rodney may be coming to visit, but we're going to find out real soon. All right, y'all. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this front end apart on this thing and go from there. Then we'll get the valve covers off and stuff like that, and we'll see what's inside. Now, originally, I also suspected this had a flat cam, but I'm not so sure anymore. Now, you can see I got my workbench set up, my mobile workbench. And yes, this is the truck that my buddy blew up. It is still running. If you ain't watched that short yet, check that out. Amazing, a little 318 will run with no oil pressure. I've actually driven it several laps around the yard. So yeah, tough little motors. But this is a 360, and we'll see what we're dealing with. All right, y'all, I'll get y'all in as best I can. Sorry, my garage is a little mess. I've been laid up. I tore my rotator cuff a couple weeks ago. Tightening a bolt, heard a crack, and that's all she wrote. But anyway, we're going to get back to work, and let's start with this front accessory drive. That is if I can find my tool. Now, I sealed this front of this up thinking it was the timing chain that was rattling in this, because I suspected it had a bad timing chain, which it did not, surprisingly. So this is pretty well sealed. I ended up using RTV on these gaskets because this water pump timing cover wasn't the greatest. It had a little bit of corrosion in it. So yeah, overall I just wasn't real happy with the way it went together. Boy, she's a humid one today, y'all. Let's go ahead and get the fuel pump off, and, oops, looks like I missed a water pump bolt. Huh. Must have thought I got it, or she was hiding from me. Take your pick. Now, this is a brand new fuel pump I put on here. Like I say, I put this together thinking it was good, so, yeah. Kind of bums me out that when I spun it back around, and which I should have done it in the first place. I should have just automatically pulled the oil pan off. Oops, my wobble bit got stuck in there. Guess that's not how you take that off. These fuel pump bolts are a little bit of a pain because you've got to shouldered bolt here, and you really can't get your ratchet on straight. You kind of got to go at a little bit of an angle. But that's okay. We'll get her off. Well, come on off there. Don't be afraid. Not like I'm going to throw you away. I'm going to throw you in a bucket with the rest of them. Stubborn bolt. Oh, there he comes. Well, he popped right out of there. I can always use that on a future project. All right, last water pump bolt. Okay, he wasn't super tight. Come on. This also holds the timing tab for these. On some of these later small blocks, they have a little timing hole here. Like I say, none of this stuff's going to get thrown away. I'll keep it all in a bucket. Because I think this motor might actually get rebuilt. He still wants it. But we're going to find out what really happened to it. Get this bypass hose off here. This is a silicone bypass hose. I think this came off of a police car Diplomat I had at one time. If I remember right, he blew the bypass hose, overheated it, and yeah, he needed one in a pinch, and this one was available. So we used it. It's a silicone hose, so technically they really don't go bad, but I don't know if I'd reuse it or not. All right, how good did I seal the water pump? Yeah, I'd say I sealed that water pump pretty dadgum good. That wasn't going to leak, but it also wasn't supposed to come apart either. All right, I'm going to get that off, and we'll keep going. All right, had to get that water pump off there. This took a few little love taps, nothing major. But let's get the crank pulley out and possibly the dipstick. Yeah, she still got some oil in it. I guess I need to drain it. Don't worry, y'all. I'll drain it off camera for all y'all that have little weak bladders. All right. Well, that came out pretty easy. Sorry, Eric, from I Do Cars. I know you like to fight these things, but I guess I just got lucky. All right, let's get this pulley off of here. If I have the right socket. I'll tell you what, it's been one of those days. Oh, come here. Well, I tighten those things to the moon. Come on now. Oh, there we go. Didn't think I tightened them that tight. I must have. Like I say, I didn't intend for this motor to come apart. Which is why I'm kicking myself for wasting a gasket set. But such is life. No biggie. It'll be fine. I'll just replace it. Come here. There we go. Is that the last one? Nope. Okay. Well, that's the last one. I think. And it looks like I got injured a little bit. Typical. Big deal, just a scrape. Let me finish getting this off here. Then I'll stop and take care of that. Because this channel isn't supposed to show blood and gut. I'm not into that. Get on there. Okay, well, he don't want to cooperate. There he comes. Stubborn, I tell you. Stubborn hardware. Such is life. Alright, I think I got them all. I hope. Give him a little love tap. And off he comes. All right, y'all. Got the pump off, took care of my little boo-boo, and let's go ahead and get the crank pulley off. For that, I'm going to use the impact. Hopefully it still works. It's been on the fritz, but that's a tight bolt. I think the torque spec on that was like 120-something foot-pounds, close to it, but we'll get it off. Now this size is a 1 1/4 for all y'all that don't speak Mopar. All right, we got her off. Now, what I like to do when I use a puller, so I don't gall these threads up, because if you gall these crank threads up, you're not going to get your bolt in. You're going to have a bad day. What I like to do here is take the washer off the bolt and spin the bolt in all as far as I can. Get in there. Well, come on. Well, what is your deal? I know you're not galled. Huh. There it went. Had to be stubborn. But we'll thread this all the way in here. And because we don't have the washer on it, the diameter of the balancer here, it'll clear the hexes. But that gives you something for your puller to bear on. So let's get her spun in here. There we go. Get my puller here. Banged my knee earlier. Pretty good. And I just banged it again. Whew, that's smarted. Alright. Let's see here. Get these are 5/16. Well, it might help if I got it in the slots of the puller. But these are a 5/16 bolt. Thread bolt. Alright, got him in. And we'll go straight across to this other one. I might have to back my puller off a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Get her fairly straight looking. Now my rattle gun only works in reverse, so we'll have to get a ratchet wherever my socket went. Well, it was right here. I'm losing my mind, y'all. Give me just 1 second and we'll be back. All right. That's a 5/8 socket for my puller. Like I said, my impact don't have forward, so we'll do it the manual way, but generally these come off. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. She's off. And we'll go ahead and just leave that bolt in there. Let's get the 9/16 and get those bolts out of there. Now remember, this bolt here and this bolt here are wet. So I think the coolant's drained enough where it's not going to spill everywhere, we hope. Whoops. Throwing ratchets everywhere. I need to get a better impact gun or something. I'm starting to think I need power tools. All right. Off there, little bracket. There we go. This guy, we hope we're low on coolant on this side. Hopefully. Should be. There we go. Alright, let's get this guy off of here. Alright. Give this thing a few little love taps. Now don't beat on it, it's cast aluminum. No, I ain't forgot a bolt. What is your problem there, dude? Dang, I must have sealed that real... Oh, I forgot my oil pan bolts. Might help to get those. Give me just a second. All right, y'all, got them out. A little off my game today. Maybe the heat and humidity. I don't know. There it comes. Hello. All right. Place that over there. There's the timing chain. It's a little loose, but I put that in there. It'll run just fine. So, yeah. Let's get that guy zipped off there. This is why I left this bolt in here, so we can turn this motor over. Now, I am going to pull the spark plugs here directly, but let's get this thing in time. Come on, baby. It's got some good compression. We're having bottom end noises. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, I can hear that rod knock a little more pronounced. There we go. Let's get that bad boy zapped off there. So I'll reuse that. I got another couple motors that could use this timing chain. Alright, save our eccentric here. Sorry if things get a little noisy. The bucket's right there below y'all. Come on up there. Come on. You gotta wiggle these off together. There we go. Crank gear's coming pretty good. Come here. Get off there. You're good. Come out. There we go. Again, we'll save this. Get off there. Into the bucket she goes. All right, next up, let's get the valve covers off of it. All right, y'all. Well, these things are loose as heck, but these valve covers are the reason this motor is so greasy, at least one of them. These chrome aftermarket valve covers, they just, in a word, suck. They're cheaply made, and yeah, they're Edelbrock stamped, but they're just cheap old chrome valve covers, and they leak. If you're gonna do an aftermarket valve cover, do a like an aluminum one or something like that, a nice cast aluminum one. Those are a little more forgiving to leaks. But these chrome ones, just throw them in the garbage. Or use them as wall hangers like I told him to do. Alright, here we go. Let's get this side Sir Leaks a Lot off and see what we're dealing with. Well, he siliconed them on there pretty good. Words. look too bad. That don't look bad at all. Let me get y'all in for a closer look. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dadgum clean. There's a little bit of dirt there, but it ain't bad. Yeah, it ain't bad at all. Said we're getting oil to the top. One thing I did notice with this motor, though, is low oil pressure, so that may be a result of that smoked bearing. But let's get this other one off of here now. Let me get y'all in a little bit better view. There we go. Whew. Again, I apologize if I'm off my game a little bit. Ugh. It is one of those days. For me and the wife. It is one of those days. It's been one of those weeks. I hope that's not a bad omen to how this week's going to go. All right. Come on, get out of there. You don't want to be stubborn. What do they do? Silicone the bolts in? Come on. Apparently. Oh, there it goes. Probably silicone the bolts in. That one's being stubborn too. I like these little factory bolts with the triangles on them for the hold down, but they could still leak on a cheap chrome valve cover. There we go. Well, these are being more stubborn than the other side. Whoops. Old creaky engine stand. Alright, let's get Sir Leaks-A-Lot number 2 off there and see what we're dealing with. Come here. About the same. Pretty close. Looks like the upper end might be okay, which is good. So yeah, you saw that side. Let's see this side. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Other than the motor, boy, she's a greasy specimen. And like I say, that's because of Sir Leaks-A-Lot 1 and Sir Leaks-A-Lot 2, a.k.a. cheap chrome metal scripted valve covers. So yeah, run a good set of stockers or some nice cast aluminum ones. You'll minimize warpage that way. All right, next up, let's get the intake off there. All right, y'all. Had to take a quick break. Had to move some files around so I can record some more for y'all. Yeah, it's running out of space. I use my phone, but I've got an SD card, so that's how I do things. A little primitive, but it works. Not the greatest either, but it works. So let's get this intake off here. I can ratchet a couple of these bolts, but for the most part, I'm going to have to just wrench them. I'll probably go ahead and just speed y'all up while I do this and shut my yap. So y'all can watch me do this high speed, fast. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get this guy off of here. First, we'll get the distributor out of our way. I mean, I don't need to. It's not like a Chevy where it goes through the intake, but let's just get it out of our way. We're here. It's easy to get to. Well, maybe. There we go. And throw this in our bucket of parts. All right. Now, let's see if we can get this thing loose. Hopefully it comes right out. Come on. I forgot a bolt. Told y'all I'm not on my game today. Dang. Why didn't y'all yell at me? Dummy, you forgot a bolt. Ah, such a life. So preoccupied with getting the neighbor bolts out, I forgot this one. Oh well. That'll be fine. I think we're all allowed to have our off days every once in a while. I hope. Come on out of there. Yeah. Got those things that are like 5 miles long. Alright, let's get this guy off of here. Here he comes. He's loose. Yeah, it helps when you take all the bolts out. Alright, just 1 second here. We'll get this heavy piece of cast iron up and out of here. This is like 500-pound intake. Well, not really, but close. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look here. Pop that guy down over there. Let me grab a rag real quick. Because again, she's a greasy specimen. Oh, don't look terrible down in there. They really don't. Yeah, got plenty of oil and stuff like that. I don't see any collapsed lifters. Cam doesn't look bad. Of course, I can't see all the lobes, but we'll pull that out and we'll see. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get the rocker shafts off real quick. As I knock everything off. What's wrong socket? Might help if you got the right socket. Well, we're not just going to take them off one at a time because some of them are under tension and you risk bending the rocker shaft that way. Back them off just a little at a time until we get all the tension off. Now, there may not be a ton of tension because the lifters are bled down, but still, I don't want to bend a rocker shaft. I could probably use this shaft in my rusty 318 if I had to. But speaking of that motor, it'll be coming back too before too long. I think it's got a new home. All right. Yeah, everything's out of tension here. All right. A couple more loose. Those are 5 miles long. I forgot those were 5 miles long. Come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Come here. What's holding you? What is the problem? Will you just release? Thank you. All right, let's get the other side here. Gentle, a little at a time. All right, I think we're getting there. Just felt a couple of them release. That one released. This one's almost there. I know, real exciting, riveting stuff. But this is real life. You want fake drama, go watch TLC or something like that. Some of those fake channels, or Discovery, or whichever ones tell you you can build a car in 2 days. Sorry, y'all, that ain't real life. There we go. Let's get these push rods out of here. Not too concerned about mixing these up. Now, lifters you cannot mix up unless you've got a roller cam. A flat tappet cam, do not mix lifters up. They are broken into each respective cam lobe, and if you mix them up, you risk wiping your cam out, especially with today's lifters. The metals in today's lifters are not that great. All right. So these are our little bucket of parts. And yeah. All right. Next up, we're going to go ahead and pull the heads off of it. All right, y'all. I took a little bit of a break. As you can see, the lifters came out of it. Yeah, they came out pretty good. They didn't seem worn. I spun the cam. I didn't notice much, but yeah. Now, what did I do for the lifters? Well, here's what I did. It's very crude, but it works. You can see this is an old gasket box I had. It's hard to see, but I scribed the number 1 in there. And then there's letter F. You can kind of see it. And I scribed 2 lines for a 2. That means this is 1. Well, let me get you in focus. 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. Man, I'm a terrible cameraman. Now, this is very crude, but it works. And I'm going to be careful, though, because I don't want to spill this. So I'll go ahead and put this somewhere safe. But, yeah, I'll also probably put some tape on it and mark each bank and stuff like that. So I know where everything goes. I just did it one at a time, and, yeah. But I didn't have any other way to store them, and I was afraid that if I turned the engine upside down, all the lifters would have came collapsing out, which would have happened. So, yeah, we're going to get started on the heads just as soon as I put this up. All right, we're going to start in the middle and work our way out. I swear, I've used more shop... Well, we're not going to do it with that extension. I swear, I've used more shop rags as sweat rags than I have hand towels. Such is life. Give me just a moment. All right, y'all, I apologize for that. I am not having a great day. I've probably said it a million times. Sometimes a good curse word off camera helps, but it just sucks I chose the rattiest extension I had. It was all beat up, but I got the right one, so let's keep going. Oh, man. Yeah. There we go. Oh, son of a biscuit eater. That's tight. I guess there should be tight. Oh, there we go. Listen to the crack of them bolts. Now if I can get the socket back off. There we go. Trying not to use righty. That's the one I sprained or tore the rotator cuff on, but okay, that may or may not be a good thing. Some of them are looser than others. I don't know. And she's a greasy specimen. Oh, there we go. Get on there. Were you? Oh, that one wasn't even tight. What the heck? Get on there. Come on. Yeah, give me just a second here. Probably should have dug half these bolts out, but okay. Stupid leaky Chinesium valve covers. Well, get on there. What is your... There. Well, I'd have to use a little bit of tappy tap action. I didn't think I was going to need the hammer for this portion. Alright. Well, maybe not. There we go. A bunch of crap built up around it. Yeah, that's been there for a while. Baked on crap. There. See how that works. Oh, that one wasn't tight either. We got issues, y'all. All right. Well, get out of the socket. I want my socket back. Generally, if some of them aren't that tight, that means it could have a warped head. I don't know. I know he overheated the heck out of this thing several times, so... Whoops, that one didn't make it. I'll get him in a minute. So I don't know. We'll find out. That one missed too. Boy, I'm not hitting them worth a crap today. And the bucket's right next to me. Oh, well, some days I couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. You can talk to my wife about that. I cannot hit the broadside of a barn with anything I throw. All right, let's lift this bad boy off and see what we got. And sorry about the volume of my voice, guys. I'm working on a mic. It's just not happening as fast as I want. So, yeah. All right, got a decent place to... Maybe. There we go. Come here. Oh, here we are. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. Of course, the sun goes behind the clouds, so I don't got great light. Let me do some checking here. Nope. Nope, they're all solid. So, might not be a rod on that side. Let me get y'all in and look at this head. Yeah, she's been running pig rich. This thing's got some fueling issues. What I think might have happened is it might have thinned the oil out or something, and might have washed past the rings. Maybe that bore a bearing. Who knows? But again, sorry I don't have good light. Bores, they're not terrible. I mean, it's not really a ridge. Not really a ridge. Yeah. Pistons are carboned up. That one's still got quite a bit of carbon on it. I don't see no cross-hatching. You'll have to take my word for it. Yeah. So let's get the other head off real quick. Get my speed wrench in here. See if these are all torqued evenly. Oh, he was. Nope. Oh. Ah, there we go. He was tight. Oh. Oh. Another greasy one. It wasn't loose. It wasn't tight at all. Oh, those corner bolts weren't tight, y'all. I suspect these heads have got issues. Man, I feel bad for my socket. Look at that. Look at that oily crap. Whoa. You still tight in there, buddy? What the heck? There we go. Well, he loosened up. This one might have issues. That one didn't want to play nice. All right, last one. Yep. Whoa! Oh, that was lucky. That fellow was a little bit excited to get off of there, I think. Yeah, same deal. Pig rich. Pig rich. We weren't get a complete burn out of that. Bores, about the same. That one's got a little scratching on it. And my camera's starting to act up a little bit. You'll just have to take my word for it. Yeah. I think somebody's rerung this motor before. Yep, I think I'm sorry, y'all missed that. I think we got our target. Maybe. All right, I'm going to sit down for a little bit, then we'll investigate the bottom end. All right, y'all, it's a few hours later. As you can tell, the sun's kind of down. I did some pre-editing and realized this was a pretty dadgum long video, so I'm going to break it up into two parts. Next time, we're going to dive into the bottom end and see how bad it really is, and then see where we go from there. I'll try and shoot that out later on in the week. I got some stuff going on next couple days, but we'll get her shot, and we'll get her edited, and we'll find out what's going on with this bad boy. Anyway, this is Jamie from Real Steel Auto Works, and we'll catch y'all on the flip side. See ya!